siblings. As kids, we didn't listen when Grandma gave us her precious advice. It wasn't until my siblings were grown and scattered around the planet and facing life on their own that Grandma's own words suddenly made sense. They made lumps in our throats. Years later, something happened between us siblings that made every word suddenly make sense. The greatest lesson my siblings ever learned didn't come from school. It came from around her dinner table. Grandma never called it wisdom. She just called it common sense. But the siblings discovered it was the secret to a good life. She would admonish us to get together to share time and good food. We took her advice kind of without a thought. Now we take her advice for the golden nuggets they were. The wisdom she had left behind us is still shaping how we live today. The siblings finally got it. The Train. That's our title. Welcome to Dream Builders Diaries, building dreams one story at a time. I'm Jeannie Craft. Here at Dream Builders Diaries, we dive deep into the personal stories of entrepreneurs and artists and innovators and everyday visionaries just like you. We believe that every dream starts with a story worth telling. And by sharing these stories, we aim to empower you to create your own dream and the story behind it. But before we get started, grab a paper and a pencil if you don't already have one. Inspiration, ideas, and dreams come and go very quickly. Jot yours down. Don't let it get away. When we were young, Grandma's advice made no sense until something happened that made every word click. That's when our grandmother's words came back to us. Years later, something happened between the siblings that made every word suddenly make sense, more sense than we knew. Grandmother never wrote a book. She never gave a speech. But one story she told us growing up turned out to be the most powerful life advice we had ever received. We didn't appreciate Grandma's wisdom when we were kids, but the day we needed it the most, her words came back to us. It wasn't until my siblings were grown, like I said, and scattered and facing life on their own that Grandma's words suddenly made all the sense in the world. It was suddenly about one of us not being here anymore, the loss of my brother, the baby. How could we all outlive him when he was the youngest? Sometimes getting together had been a chore, an inconvenience, and even a dreaded occasion. But why? We seemed to like each other okay when we were younger, but what had changed? We had all had the same upbringing, if you will. It just landed so differently for each of us. We were getting together as a family for the loss of my brother. And then whatever that had meant in the past, who knows? My siblings have had their issues, as most families do, finding their way in the world, job opportunities, falling in love. Geography had also been a part in how my siblings were able to get together and how often. Gone are the days when the family plot of land was where the children had their children. Losing a sibling can have an abrupt ending to the behaviors. For my siblings, the beautiful thing was that the ending of the childish behaviors actually happened before it was too late, before that final call for dinner came, while the adults were still there to witness the healing. Slowly, but I still call it healing. The reason I call it healing is the way my youngest brother hugs me now. He hugs me until we both let go at the same time. We hug until the tears have reached our collars. We hug until we can finally smile again. Then we repeat those hugs. The baby watches closely, and now he does exactly the same. Now that we're adults, we finally understand what she meant. Go spend time with your siblings and share good food together. Sounds good until, of course, 3 or 4 of us had had children. Had we passed this "I dislike you as an adult" syndrome onto our children? The bickering, the demanding that parents spread themselves extra thin because the siblings wouldn't be seen or spend time in the same room together, the ignoring of special events, the missed Christmases, and so many birthdays. Acting out when a significant event threatened our family, or we actually lost a family member. There were dinners where one sibling would not even be invited, and the other ones were all angry at the ones who were invited. But unfortunately, those times would leak into the next opportunity to be invited over and over again. This has gone on for years for some of the sibling groups. And yet, other sibling groups couldn't wait to see each other, calling and planning trips and excursions just to hang out and be siblings, camping and hunting and playing hard board games that I never even heard of, playing golf and swimming and sharing an ice cold drink or some ice cream. Precious memories for sure. My son and one of his siblings had not seen each other in 4 years. And sadly, he wasn't able to meet with us on this last trip either. Military life can be that way. The planet is larger than we know, and circumstances and timing must come together to make a visit possible. So this time, after just 1 week together, the two oldest brothers were standing at a train station saying goodbye, hugging and giggling and hugging again. My second oldest called me to share that his older brother had been indeed put upon the train, and the train would take him home. That is when I remembered Grandma's wisdom. When we were kids, Grandma could gather all of the siblings in the kitchen and tell us this simple truth about life. Her story about the train went something like this. At birth, we all board the train and we meet our parents, and for most, our grandparents and other family. We may meet aunties and uncles and friends of our parents and our grandparents. They coo over us and make funny faces. We also meet lots and lots of strangers, and strange they can be. We believe that they will always travel by our side. As time goes by, other people will board the train and they will be significant. Our siblings, our friends, our children, strangers, and hopefully the love of their life. However, at some station, our parents will step down from the train, leaving us on this journey alone. Others will step down over time and leave a permanent vacuum. Some, however, will go so unnoticed that we don't even realize they vacated their seats. This train ride will be full of joy and sorrow and fantasy and expectations, hellos and goodbyes and farewells. Success consists of having a good relationship with all the passengers, requiring that we give the best of ourselves as long as we're on the train. The mystery to everyone is we do not know at which station we ourselves will step down. So we must live in the best way. We must love in the best way, and we must forgive and offer the best of who we are. It is important to do this because when the time comes for us to step down and leave our seats empty, we should leave behind beautiful memories for those who will continue to travel on the train of life. Grandma's memories. I wish you a joyful journey for the coming years on your train of life. Reap success, give lots of love, and be happy. More importantly, thank the heavens for the journey. Indeed, we are all warriors. Never give up. Just keep going. So why this diary? Because this diary demonstrates the magic and the secrets of siblinghood. Every day is a gift. Spend it with your siblings every chance you get. I want to thank all of you for being one of the passengers on my train. And I also share this diary because this powerful diary celebrates the virtues of getting older and realizing the wisdom that was shared with you. Wisdom really is wisdom, and getting older is a privilege denied to many. Enjoy every minute. Sibling groups didn't realize Grandma had been teaching us the most important life lessons of all. And sometimes the smallest piece of advice becomes the biggest gift a family can ever possess. The wisdom she left behind is still shaping how we live today. So, what is your biggest takeaway from our diary today? And how does your diary relate to how your dream comes to a close with the impact of its own? Dreamers, believe in yourselves. Be passionate. Work smart, know your why, and apply what you learn each day. And as you ponder the source of your dream and this diary, I wish you well. I wish you an abundance of resources and knowledge and wisdom and all of the people that you need, especially with your time and your future as you plan and carry out the success of your dream. Enjoy life and always be kind. I'm going to leave you with a quotation. The greatest gift our parents ever gave us was each other. It's by Unknown. I love that quote. The greatest gift our parents ever gave us was each other. Special thanks to our family for allowing me to write about our last time together. I am grateful. Special thanks to those of you who listen to Dream Builders Diaries regularly. I'm also grateful to you. The honor to spend time with you is all mine. So if you don't have it yet, get your 90-Day Dream Builder's Diary by Jeannie Craft on Amazon. Like and share this diary, subscribe for more, and contact us to tell your story. Thank you, and until next time, building dreams one story at a time.